It was 2013, and I was at my roommate's place, living there for a little while. And I was sitting on the couch, all alone, nobody was around. And I was just thinking, I was bored. And the Lord, with that still small voice in my mind, said, even though it was hard to hear, He said, "I will not condemn you." Then I thought to myself, you won't condemn me for either a sin I've done, or you won't condemn me for, like, I didn't know, right? I was questioning. And right there and then, before I could finish what I was saying, I heard His voice not as a still small voice, but loud and audibly, coming from above, like this, in this direction, towards me. And in His voice, there were many emotions, many mixed emotions, many meanings too. But with the sound as the sound of rushing waters, the sound of many rushing waters, He said, "On Judgment Day!" And it hit me. And I felt it. All these emotions rushed towards me. I felt all of it. His voice has a lot of power. But that's what He said. "I will not condemn you on Judgment Day." I had a dream in whom I interpret to be Moses that visited me. And what happened was there was grass and things, and I was walking upon a path that went like this. And there was an archway to the right and an archway to the left where the path would go either right or left. And it was some sort of, it looked like a sandstone building with dark shingles. And there were two owls that literally looked like magpie owls. It was weird. And then there was one on the right side. And as I was walking, and I walked past the stone bench and I looked at it, I looked up and I seen this feather, like a tail feather. It was just floating in the wind, it was floating. And while I was being distracted, I noticed this man. I looked forward, and he has white hair and a white beard and the sweetest looking cheeks you've ever seen on one of the most sweetest looking elders you've ever seen. And what he did with a white walking stick in his hand was simply go like this to me. And he looked at me. And then I woke up. He didn't do it with such a straight face that it seemed angry or anything, or disappointment or anything like that. Just a general look. As if he were to say, "Here I am." Or, there I am to visit. And I was interpreting this dream. I figured, well, the feather must mean I'm being distracted by something. What am I being distracted by? The things of this world. And that I am to focus on Him. This man with the walking stick with the white hair, white as snow. So I don't know. But I don't believe it was Jesus. I believe it was somebody else. But it was so vivid, it was as if it really happened, and I do interpret that when the Lord sent me that dream, I was in some sort of part of heaven. This is a drawing of my dream. So I started out over here, and I was walking up this sidewalk when I seen this feather. It looked like a tail feather from one of these owls. It was floating on this side, so it could have been his feather. But I was looking at it. And then all of a sudden, I noticed this guy, who I interpret to be Moses, took one step forward to me with his walking stick, looked straight in my eyes, and I woke up. There was a stone bench to my right. I remember there was grass all around, The walls of this archway, they were like sandstone. And there were dark tiles. I remember there were flowers and bushes on the left side going this way. I forget what was over to the right this way. But it was in like a garden type setting. I seen 3 owls, two to the left, one to the right. I got distracted by the feather floating when Moses approached with the sweetest cheekbones of an elderly man, holding a white walking stick. He took a step forward and I looked at him, then I woke up. That's what I wrote. So yeah, that was the dream.